Welcome everyone to the Doom Brutalist community project. Since I played through Quake Brutalist Jam, all three of them, I decided to play this, especially since it had released at a very good time. The only mod that I'm using for this are the PlayStation sound effects. Sorry, my gamepad cord got caught in the, I'm not using a gamepad for this. This is for the previous game I was playing today. My gamepad cord got caught in my chair. One thing I forgot to do was put my gamepad away. Alrighty. I had contemplated using other mods for this, but then I kind of figured I'm not really sure how the later maps in particular are gonna go, so I kind of figured don't mess with the formula too much. A true brutalist. Yes, of course. Oh yeah! So, I enabled this lighting, and I kind of forgot that I did. Because I had to do it for that one map that I was playing. That one small map pack. You know what I should have maybe done? Nah, actually, we're good, because some of the sprites are custom, I've noticed. The shotgun looked a little different. Also, the pistol fires faster, so it's probably not exactly the same. So yeah, it was probably a good idea not to even use Smooth Doom for this. So I am wondering. I tested the first level of this, and I could not find... I think I found one secret, but I couldn't find the other one for the life of me. But yeah, this is already activated. So that probably opens one of the secrets up. So yeah, and again, I am all done with, I'm all done with Dark Ages for now. Story was a lot of fun. Game is still fun, even despite being harder in the endgame content. But that's not fun to play. I didn't really find it that fun to stream. Stuff that demands a little bit too much of my concentration kind of kills that mood. Well, it is starting out. Most mods are like this. Brutalist community project. It only seems that way starting out. Eventually, you start getting more and more ammo. I remember this part being a little dicey. Much dicier with other mods loaded. That's why I ultimately decided I'm just gonna do this vanilla. I'm trying to remember. I thought maybe I had found a secret in here when I tested this, but I don't think I did. This part in particular is a bit dicey. I forget. I think I managed to get that. That was the one secret that I remember getting. I'm still not sure what this over here actually did. I wonder, did I not shoot that before? Maybe that actually opened the rocket launcher. No, it didn't. I wonder what that did. Hang on. This has me too curious now. I just did two things. I'm gonna assume it's rule of threes. Maybe it revealed something. It did. And there could be even more, I don't know. No. It just... Okay. I remember I found one secret, and I don't remember if it was that one, though. There we go. There's the infighting. It was only this first map that I tested, so that's why I'm somewhat familiar of it. The rest of it's going to be blind. I actually do really like the sliding. I don't know why I turned it off. I think there was a mod that I was playing before that turned off that, that glow effect. Or that told me to turn it off. And then I just never bothered to turn it back on. Because it's been off for like a very long time, like years. And because I, every new version of, ZDoom that comes out, either UZ or GZ, I always import all of my, settings to the new version. Excuse me. Now, Brutal Doom and, by extension, Project Brutality, that glow effect is, like, standard for them. I think it's because they make their own version of it. So there was a second... There's a second secret. Which I'm not exactly... I think I got the other secret before, but I don't remember what it is or where it is, because I tested this, like, I think, like, a few weeks ago. It might actually be in this area. Yeah, I feel like I did get it. But I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, maybe I didn't get any secret. I didn't get this before, so yeah, I didn't get either of the secrets. They're calling this a machine gun? Corruption. Jam Blasted. Jam Blasted I'm not that familiar with. I wasn't familiar with the last guys either. Made this part a lot easier. I tested, I actually did test like the very beginning of this, but this is where I stopped. I recognize a lot of these textures. I think they're from, they might be from OTEX. Oh. I was trying to get the chain gunner to kill the Revenant, but the imp killed him. I was actually surprisingly lucky. This is a very short level, holy hell. This is not the end of the level. Interesting music. This sounds like that Hallelujah song, but in minor key. Oh, new sprites for the chain gun, too. Well, it, like, moves a little bit differently. Somehow I could get up here. It's interesting that they made, like, minor changes to the guns, but they're relatively the same. This is... yeah, this is the end of the level, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if I can find this... the one secret that's in this level. This almost seems like this is where it actually is, but... I'm not sure if it's right there or not. He does those tiny switches, or, well, this is actually a different person that designed this map, so... I wonder if it was in the previous part of the level and I can't get back there. That actually made my heart jump a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that it was probably in the first part of the level, because I didn't see anything that stood out there. So I probably missed it. Yeah, I got shotgun and armor, like, right off the bat. I think this is the same person as the first map. Snow. Yeah, the sprite on this is different as well. Yeah, a lot of these early maps are actually pretty short. Nice. I didn't know that he actually launched that. This fucking Revenant is just showing off at this point. Good. You guys did my job for me. Is there health back here? Nah. There is right here, though. Alright, sorry, I was slouching in my chair. I love how I just get random spam text now for no reason. Not under any circumstance would I take a random survey via text. They're just fishing for my phone number. Guaranteed, you do one survey, and then you're gonna get like 4 or 5 more surveys. And then you're gonna start getting ads as text messages. I know what game they play. Same goes for email, but that's a lot easier to like circumvent. Just make a burner email. Well, it's not really a burner email, just make an alternate email. Burner implies that you're gonna get rid of it. You literally would just use this for spam. They kind of really want you to use this gun. Oh, there we go. There's more ammo. Armor. This level is very linear. Could I even get out there, I wonder? There's 2 secrets in this level, and I feel like I'm already halfway through it. I wonder if I wonder if there's a secret like back here somewhere. There is. I don't know what that did, though. I heard something. Check behind the trees. Oh, I didn't even realize I didn't pick that up. Oh, this must have been where the monsters were hiding at. Same with here. I knew it. So it's probably 3 switches again, and I already found 2 of them. Okay, that may or may not be at the end of the level. I'm not sure. I'm paranoid as shit. He could have stuck that anywhere in the level, but I think I found all 3. Unless that one switch is a different switch. For like for like one of the other secrets. I do not know. I didn't hear anything else open up, so... Oh. Oh, you can get in here. Also have to be on the lookout for map 15 because it's typically where everyone puts a secret exit. Wait, what? There's nothing out here? Come on, there's gotta be something out here. Even if it's just another switch. He says. Oh! Well, that's a very good find. Very, very good find. Yeah, that backpack is probably going to come in clutch. Especially that we got it this early. I think I got everything here, though. I didn't see any other switches, either the smaller one or the bigger one. Well, we don't need to get those at the moment. I probably shouldn't have picked up the armor, but oh well. So wait, yeah, what's in here? We don't need that just yet. We don't need that just yet. I don't want to waste the mega armor. How did that hit me? I don't know if I should proceed or not. I don't know if I'm gonna get locked out. Fuck it, I'm just gonna pick this up now. I just saw something in there. Okay. Now here's the thing. I don't know... Do I just... Oh, I just go through here, alright. And Arachnotron is still alive. I think there's an arc vial on this level. I think I just activated him. Oh, there were 2 Arachnotrons in there, that's why. There's now 3. And now there's 0. I have to check. I have to be absolutely sure that there's nothing back here. This was where I got the Megasphere, I think. Huh, they actually won't let you go down there at all. The fact that there's 2 of them is making this part incredibly difficult to deal with. Got him. All right. He has been a pest in every single game that he's in. Every single appearance of the Arc Vial. Even Doom 3. He is just the biggest pain to deal with. Funny enough, not to rag on Eternal, because I mentioned this when I was playing the Dark Ages DLC. Really cool look, but I feel like it's his weakest implementation is how he is in Eternal. Dark Ages DLC, he seems more... Doom 3 isn't Doom in my opinion. It's very much Doom, it's just survival horror Doom. I like Doom 3. It probably shouldn't have been called Doom 3. I would probably agree with that much. Like, it should have it shouldn't have been a mainline game. That should have been like a side game. But I still think it's Doom at its heart. I only found 2 out of the 3 secrets. I feel like can go back up, right? Can't go back up. I think I saved right before I took that, so... Yeah, hold on. Because I really, really want to find this last secret. I feel like I heard something. I would very much like to find this last secret. I think maybe this is where the monsters that spawned into this room were, because I heard the arc file through the wall in there. So I don't think that actually relates to anything. Yeah, also, Doom 3 related. If you want a really good story-based mod, I would highly recommend Doom 3 Phobos. Or if you have it on GOG, if you have Doom 3 on GOG, you can just play it without even having to worry too much about setup. Actually, it might be on Steam now as well. Let me check. Because I do know you can play mods via this, not even just the Steam Workshop, through yeah, it's Doom 3 Phobos is actually listed as a mod of Doom 3 on Steam. So you don't even need to buy it on GOG, you can just play it on Steam if you have Doom 3 there. Let's see, so I think I had gotten 2 of the big switches. I had gotten all 3 of the smaller switches. And there was a central theme to the bigger switch, in that it was always behind a tree. I had gotten that, I hit that switch. I keep looking behind here, they're not behind any of these trees. But let me just look, make sure, because I was only really looking along the wall. Play all my Doom stuff on my phone, use Delta Touch, lets me run rods and mods. I am aware of that, I don't like using my phone to play video games. Even though I know you can do that. I have a Steam Deck anyway, so I don't really have any reason to. I could just play the Doom remaster on that. Or I could play GZ Doom and UZ Doom. I think it probably works with Linux. And if it doesn't, not a big deal, because again, you have the remaster. God, I really want to find this last secret so much. But I feel like I'm wasting a little too much time. Yeah, I looked behind all of these. Pretty sure I looked behind all of these ones back here. Alright, yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna search much longer for this last secret. I try and make like a conscious effort if I feel like it's going to improve, but then also if it's going to like improve my experience for the later levels. Plus there's a pattern to this one. With switches. There was the smaller switches. I found 3 of those. I think he has rule of 3s. Thought I was bumping into something there. Oh! This is the last secret, okay. Half-Life... what? Half-Life 3 is real. Oh, okay. This is the last secret. I'm glad I found that one. He's a Gordon believer. Did he piss himself? I mean, you do evacuate your bowels when you die. I wouldn't be surprised. Bettin' Brute. This also by... nah, candy soda. Has an interesting name. That name actually makes my teeth hurt. Actually, is it... candy soda is pretty much Monster Energy drink. That shit tastes like a liquefied candy bar, and it does not sound nearly as enticing as I make it out to be. Just noticed this WAD has Doom 64 sounds. That's me. That's not the WAD. I prefer the I generally prefer the Doom 64 sounds, so I have a sound mod that adds them in. I have them loaded in an order where they should not replace any... they should only replace the stock sound effects, so if they add any additional sound effects, they won't replace them. Yeah, main reason why I like... well, the sound effects... I like PlayStation Doom and Doom 64 the most because I like the aesthetic more. The fact that it's dark and it has a more horror vibe. But also because one of the experiences that I had as a kid was like It wasn't my first, I don't think it was my first, foray into Doom, but, when I was a kid, and, my grandparents would take care of us, and that was around the time that my uncle divorced. So he moved back in with his parents, my grandparents, and he had a PlayStation in his room. He didn't mind us using his PlayStation while he was out at work. So some of the games that he had was like a Beavis and Butthead game. He had Resident Evil. That's why I'm a fan of Resident Evil. He had PlayStation Doom. And then also I played Doom on like PC like sometime in the late 90s. I didn't play it at release. We had the first-person shooter I ever played was not Wolfenstein 3D. It was Spear of Destiny. It came with like a pack of stuff that I think that we got with our Packard belt. I don't think it was the compact Presario that we had. I'm a big Doom 64 fan. It was your first Doom. Nice. Yeah, that was still a little before that. I used to have the N64 version, but I've explained countless times, but I remember, and I brought this story up with my parents before, where around the time like Columbine happened, they were like blaming all that shit on like Doom because the kids played Doom. So my parents got rid of our copies of Doom because they didn't know what to do. And I brought that up with them like years later in my like 20s. And they were like, they don't even remember doing that. My mom even offered to like buy me a copy of Doom 64 again. The prices were already like going up. I like told her, don't do that. Actually, I think I might have brought that up around the time the remaster was coming out. So that might have actually been closer to 2020, because that's around the time Doom Eternal released. If I really want to, I would just buy a copy of Doom 64 myself. Unfortunately, an original N64 copy in the box of Doom 64 costs like $200+. So I'm good. I have the Night Dive remaster. There's also that fan remaster called Doom 64 CE. That's actually my favorite iteration of it, so... It would be nice to have it as a collector's item. Not sure if I would ever actually play it on an actual N64 again, because I'm not even sure if the one I have works. We might have even sold it. I don't know, because we don't... there's 4 people in the house right now, and it's, space is kind of, like, at a premium. So, I wouldn't know... I have the games that I do. I don't have that many more, that's why, like, PC's been kind of a godsend. Going into, like, a different topic there, because, as much as I would like to have physical copies of all my games, I don't have the room for it. Still prefer the remaster to it. Yeah, the remaster does, like, so many quality of life improvements. But, CE, you can actually play it... well, it's, GZ Doom-based, so, you can play it through that source port. You play it through that source port, you can use the Doom 64 iWAD from the remaster to play it. If you haven't seen it before, like... I have my playthrough saved on my YouTube channel, so, if you want to get a glimpse of it, I also have the links to all of them there. I'm just looking... I just want to see if maybe there was a secret here that I might have missed, but I don't think I did. I don't know. A lot of these levels, or at least there was one level that seemingly locks you out, so I just want to make sure there's nothing missing here. And I don't see anything that pops out. Whoa. Okay, and this was the stuff that I was hoping to see, like... Huge void. Did the shader just change? Because I noticed there was kind of a brown hue, and now it's kind of like a gray hue. I feel like the shader changed. I didn't know you could do that mid-level. I didn't know you could do that in the WADs at all. I am assuming... I have to see. This is certain death, isn't it? Pretty much, but it doesn't instantly kill you. Let me just see if there's anything over here. Okay, nothing over here. Yeah, so you will die eventually. Yeah, nothing over here either. Oh. Neat moving textures. Just imagining it. I swear there was a bit of a brown hue, and the shader just suddenly faded out. I knew I heard a soul. For some reason, you did not scare the shit out of me. Again, I do really like the level design and how progressive it is. But I'm curious if this will ever lead to a slaughter map or two. Because Mega Wands tend to at least slip one or two in there. Yeah, I know. They did these, like, small extra things. Kind of make the map pack stand out a little bit. So that's part of the reason why I don't really like Especially this time around, I don't really want to use too many mods, at least on a first playthrough. Just because you might end up missing subtle details like that. It's also why I like using mouse look, whether or not it's intended. It helps you look around a little bit more. Oh. It's an interesting loop around. Wait a second. Yeah, this way. I was hoping that Mancubus would start attacking, but no, he's being rather patient. I can see the bastard because of the corpse. I have a shit ton of ammo for those. I don't want to pick that up yet. Oh god, that's a lot of them. And Mr. Happy's here. He's not dead? They're being scary but fair with the arc file placements, at least. Even the one with the two of them. I do kind of feel like you have to be careful when you're placing arc files. So I've seen people that place them that don't do a particularly good job of it. They make it a little too overbearing. I haven't really encountered that much lately, though. It's usually with beginner mappers that try and go too big too early. Start building up your skill more as you're designing maps, or at least that's what my approach would be if I ever did one. Whoa. That looked kind of cool, actually. There were a lot of them on this bridge. Holy shit. Two secrets, I didn't find either of them. Just want to see something. I'm gonna go back and like maybe look for them for a little bit. What time is it? Oh yeah, I gotta take a break. Hold on. I want to see something. Really, the only gun I'm missing too, 'cause I have a backpack. The only gun I'm missing is the BFG. Unfortunately, I don't really see any... I don't see anything that really stands out. I'm just gonna do a quick sweep and then I'll just finish the level and I'll take a break. I don't think there's one out there. Yeah, I see nothing that actually stands out. Down here is just death, right? Yep. And there is two secrets on the level. It's just a quick scan and there's just nothing that stands out. Okay. Nothing here either. Okay. Last trees of Eurasia. Rex 2000. Okay. So I gotta take a break here. And for the VOD watchers, we are back. Interesting music for this. Last trees of Eurasia. It's interesting that we're suddenly using non-MIDI music. You do actually go through there. One secret too. I don't necessarily say pistol starting is probably required, but they did, I'm pretty sure, design it with pistol starting in mind, just due to the sheer amount of ammo and weapons they put down. I like this music. This feels a little bit more in line with the Brutalist architecture. This, well, in mind. This seems a little more appropriate. Definitely nothing against the MIDI music by any means, but... He's getting stuck on the... Well, he wasn't really getting stuck, it's just he was trying to go through and he was kind of like walking in place a few times. That's interesting. They have like a double wall layer here. I don't usually see people approach it like that, but I actually kind of like this effect better. Usually that would just be like a solid texture like right on that line, but no, it's actually... I don't know, that's like a weird little like detail that I just find fascinating and I think works a little bit better. Imagine if this had like an actual bump map to it, that would make it look even better, but I think then it would probably... I don't think you can do that in other source boards. I think that's probably just something you do in GZ Doom, or UZ Doom, is what I'm using. We'll come back for that. That's in the toilet. Yeah, that sound effect for the arc vial I got from Doom 64 CE in particular. They modified the I actually don't know what sound effect they used for that exactly. Because I don't remember that being... I think they just heavily modified some of Aubrey Hodge's uncompressed sound files that he had released sometime back. Because those aren't the same sounds as, like, the arc vial itself, or at least not stock. I don't think you were supposed to be able to get up here. So, it's either something different entirely that they used, or they just heavily modified it. But that sound effect that they have for the arc vial is way scarier than the one I was initially using, so... Hang on. I feel like... there may actually be something back there. Maybe not. I don't know. Nah, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking too hard. I don't think you go out there at all. Soup, bro? I'm not a fan of soup. That might be a hot take. But welcome, troll. Oh, God. I do like chicken noodle soup, though. And ramen noodles, I guess, is technically a form of soup. No, that's just a mod that I like using. Just replaces the stock sound effects with the Doom 64 sound effects. Beef soup. Better than chicken noodle soup. To be fair, I don't have soup very often. Or in a long time, really. Maybe my taste buds changed. Is there any other health packs on the map? This wasn't open before. I'm not going through that way yet. The sound effect that he makes? Yeah, again, I don't know what the, I don't know what they used for that, but it is a very, very good sound effect. Beef soup with a little rice, beef chunks, a little bit of lime, chef's kiss. You might like bakba soup. Because he's a Resident Evil streamer, but he's also a former chef. You know, it's not telling you... Hold on. It's not telling you what map you're on. Oops. We're on map 5. I'm not going to be able to get to map 15 today, probably. Yeah, I know, Bakba. Do you play Resident Evil 2? Yes, it's one of my favorite game series. In fact, hold on. I'm gonna be playing a, basically like a fan remaster of Resident Evil 3 Classic after I do Alice Madness Returns. That's my whole list. Ever since Resident Evil Requiem released, I've been in a Resident Evil mood again, so I've been trying to see if, because I've streamed the Resident Evil games like several times before, like all the different ones. So I was trying to see if I could maybe find something slightly different. I never did professional, or I never streamed professional difficulty for RE4 OG. Yeah, I'm like semi-variety for the most part. But it's like a consistent amount of like boomer shooters, horror titles, survival horror like Resident Evil, Silent Hill. The only thing that's maybe a little bit different from the theme is I'm going to be implementing platformers soon, just because I've been having so much fun reconnecting with the Sonic the Hedgehog series. I'm gonna be streaming Sonic Frontiers and then Sonic and Shadow Generations, and then after that I'm gonna go to different series like Ratchet and Clank, Spyro, and Crash Bandicoot. It's just mainly because, like I said, I really like streaming like horror and you know, like shooters like this with like a dark theme to them. Having those intermingled, I think, would probably help a little bit with horror not getting too stale. Should stream Shadow the Hedgehog. I still have my copy of it. I wouldn't say I never would, but that's very low priority. Because I think back when I tried to play it, I think I played it for like an hour and I hated it. That teleport sound effect is the best. I love it. The BFG sound effect for PlayStation Doom and Doom 64, though, is it's definitely my favorite. Which I don't want to use it at the moment. So fucking edgy, it's cringe. It kinda is. It's the only time Sonic characters actually curse. Except for that one time in Sonic Prime where Sonic says shit. But that's only the Japanese version. I'm not even sure if that's actually accurate or not, but I just remember that hearing about that like years ago. I see it as a shitposting game more than anything. Speaking of that, I do think Sonic has... There's some of the best memes. Like, Shadow liking Latinas. Which, funny thing is, it's kind of, like, actually... based, because that's what Rouge's design was based on. Blue key. Random thought. Technically, Doom Guy and Sonic have been in the same game together. Well, kind of, but not really. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's a Doom Guy skin for the Mii, but there's no actual... Doom Guy technically was not in Brawl. Or not Brawl, Ultimate. Wait, where's a key? Yeah, I actually don't know where a key is. Brutalist Doom is more of a... So far the level design seems to be relatively standard Doom. Except the levels are a lot bigger. Or a lot more, you know, foreboding. I'd say it's maybe a bit of a mix. Like, I think most of these levels have actually been fairly linear, but these are still, like, early on. City funeral ceremony. I thought that person's name was CBD. I had to do a double take on that. Yeah, not to knock on this at all. I'm not knocking on it at all. It's just Quake, Brutalist, Jam, like all three of them, the atmosphere, you can't really compare them because this is a much earlier game and it's more sprite-based. But I feel like in terms of like the Brutalist architecture, design, and like atmosphere, the Quake Brutalist Jams, like, they're kind of unmatched. Except for, like, that one map I rage quit on in Quake Brutalist Jam 3. That was, like, actually some of the most fun I've had. Is this... This isn't broken, is it? I feel like it's not supposed to be doing that. For someone who has never touched Quake, period, I would say play Quake first. Quake in and of itself, especially the later levels, are almost Brutalist in, Yeah, I'm hoping that's the case. You might actually be right about that. You are indeed right about that. What happens when the streamer isn't paying attention to the game? In fact, I would also probably say, after you play through Quake, probably play Arcane Dimensions first, because that's what people recommend that you play starting out, because that was one of the first major Quake community projects that was released. which I played the Brutalist jams before that. And I'm going to be playing... Arcane Dimensions is actually on my list. So I'm going to be playing that at some point. Because I also want to play... There's a few more that I want to play as well. Meat Jam. And there was also that other one. I know I heard them. I think it was like called Immortal Lock or something. Seeing how Quake looks and plays feels not my cup of tea, but I heard so much praise for the Brutalist maps, made me curious. You probably don't need to play... I would say just play the main Quake game and then play... You could probably even get away with just playing the third Brutalist jam because there's remade versions of some of the best maps from the first two Quake Brutalist jams and the third one. Some of them have improvements, others are just carbon copies. Why did it give me 3 blue cards? I wanted to do... There was a Quake 2 map pack that I wanted to do called Call of the Void, but I was having issues with the Quake 2 remaster when I was trying to play it. Like it was just it was crashing too frequently for me to be able to make much progress, so I had to ultimately cancel that. It's a problem that I couldn't figure out how to fix, unfortunately. It's so odd that they've actually implemented a Quake vibe in the new Doom games. In that all of the Eldritch Horror stuff is Cthulhu of all things. Well, not the Cthulhu, but something that looks just like him. And then you have all the cosmic versions of some of the Doom monsters. They call the rocket launcher the bazooka. And what, that's part of the reason why I like Dark Ages. I probably like Dark Ages maybe slightly more than even 2016 at this point. Very, very slightly more, but slightly more. What was about to happen to the original games going to Mars and Phobos? Yeah, it was just it was more of like a Quake thing with the cosmic horror vibe. Which I'm almost wondering if Microsoft didn't do the layoffs. I wonder if they were gonna try and link Doom with Quake. Kind of have them make them part of the same universe. Yeah, they needed to die fast. Yeah, definitely. I would agree with that. That outside looks neat. Hey, do you think that's a pain sector? Fuck it, I might as well pick it up. Have you checked Neon Overdrive? Is that a... That's a Doom map, isn't it? Or a Doom mod. Almost sounds cyberpunk. Yeah, Neon Overdrive Doom. I think I've heard of this, actually. I have heard of it. This is a... Yeah, it was a CACO Award winner. I played it, it looks really neat. I'm a little scared by it because I've played this guy's other work before. Who was the map maker? Astral Fiend. Yeah. Nostalgic Entropy got a little slaughter mappy. Gorgeous map, though. I think if I were to play that, I want to see if maybe I could use some mods with it. If I ever play Slaughter WADs, I'm not playing them, I'm playing them with some mods that maybe give me the player a bit of an edge. Oh shit. You know what? Oh. Yeah, I thought maybe there would be something there, but there wasn't. Oh, yellow key. I can't go there yet. Have I seen a door that required the red key? The only slaughter map is map 12 to 14. I might give it a shot at some point. I'll think about that. I've been kind of wanting to implement more Doom stuff, but I've also been kind of thinking getting through my back catalog of indie shooters. Yeah, I did see the red key door. In fact, there's one that's on sale right now that I'm kind of contemplating buying, but it's a roguelike. Also, I've been in the mood to play Dusk again, but I don't know when I want to do that. And there's the Cultic DLC that I still haven't played yet. As well as the Postal Brain Damage DLC I haven't gotten to yet. So there's a lot that I want to do. So much time, so little to do. Oh shit. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Yeah, I've beaten that on stream at least twice. I haven't played it with Dusk HD yet though. I haven't played it since the HD update. Are they doing master levels? Didn't even think they were. People... I think they released... Didn't they release the source code for it or something? Because I think... Or did they... They might have implemented the workshop on Steam. I don't know. 'Cause I think they open it up to people to mod. Did not find any secrets. Creator said that if he does Dusk 2, he will first make master levels for Dusk. So we're never gonna get master levels. I don't know, I guess never say never, though. Would be nice to get another Andrew Holschultz soundtrack for that. Okay. Is this like a puzzle? Hang on. It is a puzzle. I think? I don't know if this is a puzzle or not. They did do that side game for Dusk. What was it called? Like Dusk 95 or something? Oops. I just want to see if this actually does anything. Okay, 23 is number 1. Nope. Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be for, I almost feel like it is. I have no idea. This is driving me nuts. Why would he put this here? If this wasn't for like a secret or something. I'm just moving on. I don't want to waste too much time there. Wait, what did that say? They buy your happiness, steal it. Raven Coyote. It's the first time his name popped up. Right off the bat, this looks very ambient. Actually, it reminds me more of like a Brutalist. What was that? Not evolution. Eternity. Reminds me a little more of that, like a more Brutalist Eternity level. Killed one of their own in there. How did one of them escape? Yeah, this level is definitely making it, trying to make itself feel lived in. Oh god. One on this side was creeping up on me. I just saved there because I wasn't sure if they were gonna pull a stunt on me. Have things spawn in. Hey, wasn't that cute? He thought he was a receptionist. That's neat. Chip off the desk so you can get on top of it. Just checking to make sure there wasn't like a button down there or something. Oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, there's another... I didn't even realize you were here. Yeah, do I have to go all the way back? Can't. Yeah, another backpack. Wanna bet that the blue key card was like right in front of me and I just completely blinded it? Hi! Never mind. I think it was because this way opened. Yeah, that part of the map looked a little weird. That's why I just double-checked it. The hell is it with them sometimes? Like, sometimes they're just like Neo. They, like, dodge them perfectly. I think I was... Wasn't I down here already? Oh, maybe I have to go back is why. Maybe there's another blue door somewhere. Yellow. Blue. Okay. After playing some of the endgame stuff in the Revelations DLC in Dark Ages, this actually feels very comfy. I'm definitely better at these games than I am at New Doom. Which is funny because the whole reason I got back into this and started basing my stream around it, sort of, was because of Doom 2016 in particular. Because yeah, I think I started streaming these around like 2015, and it started with a PlayStation Doom title conversion mod, not CE, because I don't think it existed at the time. Shouldn't have picked those up first, though. I gotta watch the time because I got started a little late. I got like a little over 20 minutes left, though, before I want to stop. Bed. I don't know why I got excited about that. 0 out of 10. No, no coil, no flush. I'm kidding. Though you get some credit if this was brown. And well, it's actually green, so classy. I'm a very classy kind of guy. Only the classiest of class in this stream. Did I hit all 3 buttons? I did. I should really make that an emote. It's my mascot with a top hat on. Although I think I might need to get a new artist, because I don't think the artist that I used is online anymore. What the? Interesting. It didn't lead to anything, but it's still interesting nonetheless. I'm surprised this does not have collision on it. Also, there's like a room back there. I think I already hit... Yeah, I literally already hit that. I wanted to see if he could shatter that, but no, he can't. Yeah, you can't go in here at all. It almost seems like that was intentional, but maybe, I guess it wasn't. I'm missing a secret too, so... He was vibrating up there. Oh, hi. That doesn't have collision either. Surprised by that. Also, they can shoot through that glass. I heard something open. Wasn't this. I'm not sure I want to get that. It's a lower armor rating. Still a nice chunk of them. That's what I heard. I think you actually do get that eventually, because I think that's what's needed to... Yeah, that's what's needed to actually leave the level. Nice! I got all three of them with that. Which is left 50. Nope, I can use this. Let's get some infighting going, just for fun. Yes, there we go. Oh, the Hell Knight got like 2 of them angry. There we go. Okay, now you two. Nice. And he was hiding here the whole time. Yeah, I do kind of like it this dark. I almost get the impression it's not supposed to be this dark. I was like messing around with my video settings a lot though. Yeah, it has mainly to do with the not that. Not that either. Oh my god. Wide shotgun happy. I don't think that changes anything. No, the thing that I was looking for is... this. Vanilla software class. Nah, keep vanilla on, you know what? Because I feel like the other way it's too bright. This adds to the mood a little bit more. Oh, I found the secret. Oh. I forgot you could just do that. What the fuck? What is this? Oh, these are bathrooms. I don't think anyone's in here. I stand corrected. What? Ah! Okay, 10 out of 10. I didn't need to do that, but I felt like it. Oh god. I didn't get to use it yet. I wanted to use it once. Oh. Hi. I'm actually wondering. Maybe I should start fresh on a fresh level on Wednesday, since we're getting near the end as it is. Department of Interdimensional Exploration. Especially since this one's pretty long. Infernal Monsoon, I'm pretty sure I played his maps before, because that name sounds familiar. Yeah, you know what? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start fresh on Wednesday. We're on map 8. Wait, does this have any... I don't think this map pack has any secret levels. So I don't think we really need to worry about a secret exit in map 15. But yeah, that is it for the Brutalist Community Project for tonight. I'll continue this on Wednesday.